We are just one day away from Notre Dame's home opener of the 2023 season as FCS and HBCU program Tennessee State comes to town. It is the first time that Notre Dame has played against an FCS program, so it's very interesting, that component of things. 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff, NBC Peacock. Tim, I know we talk a lot about broadcasters and announcers and all that stuff. Notre Dame, when it has its home games, it's usually the 2:30 Eastern window. Did you kind of notice it's 3:30? And it's my understanding it's because of like the Big Ten's now on NBC. So they have Notre Dame in the 3:30 p.m. Eastern time kick, which is interesting. And the game can be seen on NBC and Peacock. So we're going to go through Tim Hyde's 3 keys to the game, and he's going to give a score prediction. Folks, please do hit the thumbs up on this video and subscribe to our channel for more content. Of course, key number 1, Tim, is simply just, hey, just keep it up, Sam Hartman.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Give him a high five and just keep it up, Sam. Go out there, have fun, sling the ball around, get these guys going. He hit so many targets last week. The 5-headed monster at running back. It's like, just keep these things going. Get everyone involved. Be the elder statesman that he is. He's the straw that stirs the drink, so to speak, for this year's Notre Dame football team. So had a heck of a game, obviously, last week. His high percentage, over 80% completion, the 4 touchdowns. He was sharp. I mean, he was the dude last week against Navy, and just keep that mojo going. Home opener, place is going to be rocking to see Sam Hartman. So without a doubt, just keep this thing rolling and have a heck of a season, one game at a time here.
Yep, key number 2. And look, folks, we're expecting Notre Dame to really blow out Tennessee State. So, we're not going to be like, well, the Notre Dame interior offensive line play needs to. No, Notre Dame is going to have the far superior players at every single position on the field. So the keys to the game might be a little bit different than normal. So key number 2 is keep developing that receiver and running back rotation, because there's a lot of depth at those 2 positions.
Without a doubt. I mean, we saw a lot of those guys play last week, and it's, when you say, keep developing, it's just keep finding ways to get guys. Great House and Colsey had heck of a games. They played single digits in reps last week. So they're obviously building packages for them. Got to find a way to get Tobias the ball, get him rolling. Just keep developing him as a player, and using Sam Hartman there. And then with the running backs, man, they're dynamic. Every single one has a different skill set, a different something. I mean, every single one's a unique, running back unto themselves, and they all could be like the guy. I mean, you see them, and you're like, every one of those guys could be, give them 25 carries in a game, and you'd be happy. So, have fun with those guys. Keep rotating them. Keep them fresh. It's basically Notre Dame's got some really good, football players, in both of those wide receiver and running back groups there. Play a lot of them, get their legs back under them as they get ready for the NC State and Ohio State and everyone else moving forward. But it's a good group, and I think Sam Hartman's going to keep developing that relationship with all those guys.
Yeah, you talk about the running back rotation. You want to see a lot of different players on
Sure.
defense as well.
Yeah, that was that's going back to one of the things we noticed last week early on, that not a lot of rotation. I think we'll see a lot of that this week. Notre Dame just played their core guys on D a bunch. Their core 2 deep. I wouldn't be surprised if we expand that early, especially in the first half, and see a lot more guys going in. It's that's why you're playing this game. That's why you're playing Tennessee State, to go out there, home game, play a lot of guys, keep guys fresh for the long haul. Because once again, Notre Dame's playing 8 games in a row before they get a bye. So this is going to be a gauntlet coming back from Dublin. Just want to see a bunch of guys rotate. Obviously Rubio's out, with the knee injury, and just play a bunch of guys around him. Looking forward to seeing the linebacker rotation. Sneed, obviously some of the freshmen in Osbury and Bowen. Really excited to watch those guys play this week along the front 7. But rotate, keep guys fresh, keep them healthy, and let's get ready for NC State.
Tim, if I can add a 4th key, and I won't be able to pop it on the screen because I'm just kind of saying it now and didn't prepare it. Going back to kind of our weird argument that we had on Wednesday night in our show about Angelique, which wasn't the first time we talked about him in a spirited debate. Let the man throw the ball more than 10 yards down the field at least once. Like, can we see a little bit of Steve Angelique? Can we rotate the quarterbacks a little bit? Let's see Angelique. Let's see Minchie's debut. Even number 16, I forget his name, Devin something. Would love to see him. Like, let's get some of these quarterbacks in as well.
I agree. And to add on that, that was probably some of my frustration during the Navy game of exactly throw him out there. I know he only got that last series, but yeah, let him go out there, let him have some fun, let him do a few things. Anyone could hand off. It's like exactly get the walk on guy to hand off, and Jelly, let him throw the ball. And hopefully he gets an entire quarter this game to himself, meaning a couple drives where it's like, go out, be the guy, be the Notre Dame quarterback. Everyone is, wants to see. And I guess that's probably been some of my frustration. I'll be honest, of just like, we want to see him. And you could hear it as you said as well. Let him throw the ball. Let him do the play actions. Let him, it doesn't have to be bombs away, but bam, let's see him do a nice read and, hit a deep out, 15-yard out that we saw Hartman hit a couple times against Navy. So you're right, Mike. I mean, you never know what's going to happen in this crazy football world. There was one play early in the game, by the way, where Hartman got hit right on the knee by Navy on a blitz. And you're like, what if that's another inch here and there? So you're right. Keep developing, keep coaching these guys. But yeah, Stephen Jelly needs to play a lot more than people are expecting, I think, heading into this game.
Yeah. And then Tim, your Tennessee versus Navy, excuse me, Tim, your Tennessee State versus Notre Dame score prediction. Now here's an interesting thing. Notre Dame fans, maybe you don't follow gambling that much. There's not usually, at least from what I've followed, there's not usually a spread for a Power 5 team versus an FCS team. There's not. Sometimes there will be, but a lot of times there's not. So our buddies over at OddsShark, I say buddies, so I've never talked to them before, but 34-24.
Yeah, I don't think that's the score.
No, but I'm going to throw it up on the screen. So we always talk about the OddsShark, but again, there's no spread anywhere for this game. I think sometimes like when Alabama plays like a Charleston, whatever, they'll have that -70 spread, but for the most part, there's not one. So there's not one for Notre Dame, Tennessee State, but still, Tim, why don't you give us your score prediction for this one?
Yeah, I wonder if that's because Tennessee State hasn't played, and being an FCS, they don't have any information on them, because I just thought of that. They're off the cuff, but I think going in, go up big, go up early, have some fun, get a lot of guys in. It's easy to sit here and think 50s and whatnot, but I wouldn't be surprised if they run the ball a bunch, kill a lot of clock. So I'm going to tone down my score a little bit here and I'll go 45-12. 45-12. I was thinking 50s. It may be, I mean, who knows, but I wouldn't be surprised. Type of game, the atmosphere of the opponent they're playing, Tennessee State in here, what they represent. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of run the ball, go up big early, and then do what you got to do, stay healthy, and get out of there.
So if they're getting to 12 points, what, field goal, touchdown, and then a deuce via a safety?
Could be. It could be if they get, some backups in there, like you talked about that walk-on quarterback that gets sacked in the end zone. Could be.
Okay, all right, folks, please do hit the thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to our channel for more content. blueandgold.com will be your home for all things Notre Dame versus Tennessee State coverage. You can also log into our YouTube channel right here, and we will have coverage in terms of a live show with myself and Tim Hyde right after the game. So that's going to do it for this one. Hit that thumbs up, folks, and we will catch you next time.